Police in Southern California have made arrests in connection with a wildfire. It's burned more than 1,700 acres and continues to threaten homes and businesses. Shifting winds and a riverbed may give firefighters a little bit of a break. Tinder dry conditions combined with those gusty Santa Ana winds sent residents fleeing their homes. Some homeowners, though, didn't wait for fire teams and took matters into their own hands.
It's great to see the neighbors pitch in here and just take the first step, and virtually they saved this house right over here.
It's pretty scary, especially because this is my school right here, and the least thing I want to happen is for it to get burned down.
The men accused of starting the fire are being held by police. At least one of them is believed to be homeless. That fire likely began after wind blew a campfire out of control. A campfire, Scott, that's what we're talking about here. The drought-like conditions across the West are just brutal, and it's January.
That's exactly it. It's January. This is typical weather for late summer, September, and October. The Santa Ana winds coming in late summer into October. But here we are, November, December into January. We're still having summer-like conditions for California. It's all due to that lack of moisture. High fire danger. I talked about this and showed this map last night. The red flag warnings in effect near San Francisco and down towards L.A., and we're having all kinds of issues now with the fires burning here because it is so dry, and it has been so dry, and it's going to continue this way. Here's a drought update. No rain expected through early next week, and there's a couple of chances of some sprinkles over the next 2 to 3 weeks, but really that may be it. I did see a chance for after 2.5 weeks to bring in, or maybe 2 weeks to bring in some moisture. We'll watch closely, but again, that high fire danger for California, and you saw it up there into the Treasure Valley, remaining dry, that persistent blocking ridge of high pressure, bringing that storm track for the most part to the north, that dry flow of air keeping it severe down to the south, and that continues. You don't get much of a change, unfortunately, keeping those drought conditions across Southern California. You need that southern jet stream to strengthen, and it is not a good pattern for that, unfortunately, for California. Windy and warm weather continues for the day today, and it may continue. As long as high pressure is here, that sends winds down, sloping down the mountains. That warms it up, and that's why they're getting into the 80s. Sure, great beach weather, but this is not what they need right now. Look at these current temperatures. It's 77 degrees in Southern California. It has been warm right in this region here as those winds go downhill. But everywhere else in the country, pretty typical. Some cold weather up north, temperatures in the 30s to the east, low 40s here to the west. A little cool in Florida at 57. But again, it is the southwest that's having that anomaly of keeping those mild temperatures and dry conditions. 30 in Ontario. There's that cold air and the fog right in this region here that will be persistent overnight tonight. Dense fog advisory remaining in effect for these locations. So drastically different weather under that fog and around the fog, and it was present this morning. I went over Star Road. I could hit my brakes and not even slow down. It was just a sheet of ice because of the fog, causing that freezing fog, causing slick conditions. So if you're in thick fog tomorrow morning, especially, watch out. The road is likely very icy. Those county roads, 40 in Boise, right now 40 at Mountain Home. And here's the dense fog advisory. Usually it goes away later in the day, but it's hanging on for the lower valley. Probably won't be a dense fog advisory for the upper Treasure Valley tonight, but it could be for tomorrow morning. You may wake up to fog in Boise, but from Meridian westward was the line today. We'll go with persistence and say that's where it will be tomorrow, but it's just a fine line between completely foggy and completely sunny. Above any fog, look how clear the skies are. Deep blue skies, beautiful weather in Idaho's mountains. Of course, we could use the snow, but if you're skiing, boy, great weather to be outside. There's that persistent ridge of high pressure. Look at the storms, all this moisture being wasted, I guess, if you will. Heading up to the north, Alaska just getting pounded with storms in western Canada, and that precipitation going to the east. The shift in the weather pattern I see is this shifting to the west and bringing some of this colder weather with a chance for some moisture coming in. We really want it to shift to the south so we can get that real moisture-laden air coming in from the west. Just don't really see that for a little while. So looking ahead, the long-range pattern here, there's high pressure protecting the entire west up to the north and west as well. Jet stream well to the west and east and to the north, and that keeps us dry. We look ahead now going past Sunday into Monday. This is late Sunday, still with the high pressure. Storms going over to the north as well, and even into early next week. Look at the ridge coming right over us. It backs off a little, but this is Tuesday, and it doesn't look much different than what it's been. So high pressure means dry conditions, and that drought will continue. So there's surface high pressure tomorrow. It'll start warming up a little bit as well along the coast, and Idaho's central mountains will start to see some milder weather as well. Treasure Valley forecast for tomorrow. Watch for the dense fog in the western lower valley. It'll end up being very nice. If that sun is out at 9 o'clock in the morning where you are, 8:30, 9:30, it's going to be a beautiful afternoon. The sun will likely stay. It's the fog that will be around Meridian, and it might shrink a little bit, but hang around Canyon County tomorrow, keeping the temperature temperatures in the low to mid 30s at best. While the fog is dense, it'll have a hard time hitting 32 degrees, yet it'll be 43 degrees in Boise, 42 in Mountain Home. So that patchy dense fog in the morning with ice on the roads underneath that fog, but then sunshine. In some places we'll see sunshine all day. Mountain Home, you may be one of those locations that sees sunshine all day long. Caldwell at 33 tomorrow, Vail 33, Weiser 35, but in Meridian we'll be right in that line. The east side will see more sunshine. Nice tomorrow in the Magic Valley. Temperatures in the 40s. The mountains will have nice weather with fog in the morning in Long Valley, and then you'll get the sunshine, nice weather later in the day. Here's my on your side extended forecast. No changes right through the holiday weekend. We're still in the 40s, but notice the temperatures are creeping up. That's a little bit of a change, and I do take away the fog for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as a weak disturbance will try to hammer through that high pressure system. We'll have a hard time doing it, but it could spread some clouds in our direction. By the time it's all said and done and it gets here, it's probably not going to have much to it, but it may bring some cloud cover Wednesday and Thursday, and that will help to get rid of some of the fog in the valley.
Which would be nice. Okay, people thinking ahead to skiing this weekend, what are your thoughts?
I think, you know, we had a lot of snow last week, so there's no real new fresh powder, but the skiers really got rejuvenated with that snow coming in. And I love skiing when the skies are blue and it's calm.
Oh, are you kidding? Yes.
Bring sunscreen. Seriously, the sun and the reflection off the snow, you can burn up under the chin in here, and it will be bluebird type of weather over the weekend.
You know from experience?
A little bit, yeah.
Hollywood up early to see who received